this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. And another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Today in this episode, I'm going to be joined by Polly Reindeer, and that does mean that it is going to be kind of a redstone episode, but not like... It's not like a redstone episode, it's all of like a pretty cool minecart track, so I think it's a fun redstone video. Is that a phrase anyone's ever said before? A fun redstone video? It's the kind of thing people like me actually do find entertaining, and if you're still watching the video now and haven't clicked off already, there's a good chance you will find it entertaining too. But anyway, the thing that I will find entertaining and tasty is going to be my breakfast. Nom 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 nom. Very tasty. Barnaby, you can stand up and you can join me. And before we go to the Funland to do the redstone, I am of course going to go down to the Love Garden to let you all know who it is that I'm adding to it. And if you are new here and you don't know what the Love Garden is, then basically I give someone a shout out and say thank you to them for some reason. And the only rule about being added to the Love Garden is you're never, ever, ever allowed to ask to be added to the Love Garden. And no getting someone else to ask for you, because that counts. That's also cheating. That's happened quite a lot. Anyway, today to the Love Garden, I am adding... Oh, over here. I'm adding... Oh, no, who am I adding? No, I'm adding down this way. I'm getting confused. I messed up the order I recorded my videos at some point, by the way. So if you have been confused in the way that I'm adding people in a different order, it's because I messed up the order that I recorded and uploaded videos. So I confused myself there. But today, I am adding Kinsley. And the reason I'm adding Kinsley is because they made this really cool model of my Love Garden. And I can't remember what these blocks are called, but you might know. But basically, you can build things out of blocks. A lot like Minecraft, actually. And they made the Love Garden, and you can see all the little brown blocks for the signs down the front in the grass as well. And I thought that was really cute. So thank you so much for doing that, Kinsley. And now you are inside of the real Love Garden. So let's go drop Barnaby off at the doghouse. We can choose which dog's going to be joining us for the episode. And then we're going to be heading back to the push pit where we are going to be continuing building and hopefully... I mean, let's be honest here, probably not, but hopefully try to get the game complete and are ready to be played. And we're going to be doing that, being joined by Benji. You can join me today. So right then, let's go down to the teleporter because it is a decent trek away to go and get to this game. And I want to spend the episode building rather than just walking all the way over to it, seeing as it does take so long. But luckily, I have my you-but-there teleporter, which will get us there in absolutely no time at all. So, all right, let's go shut the door, press button number 2, and in no time at all, we will be arriving at the Funland. Okay, then, I think I should have just about arrived at the Funland now. So let's go and show you the progress that has been done. So we did a good amount in the last episode, and then I've kind of just tunneled out the area a little bit more to make it easier. And oh yeah, and look at this, this is fun. Can you see this? Isn't this cool? So I know you're thinking, why is this cool? So basically, I haven't seen it yet, but they've added it so like you get logs that kind of spawn in on the floor. And so I had planted a sapling here, and instead of growing a tree, it grew a fallen down tree. And I didn't know it did that. So very interesting. I find these kind of things interesting. Do you not find these kind of things interesting? Then why are you even watching this if you don't like it? Right then, so this is the game, basically as it's going to look from the outside. We got that completely done in the last episode pretty quickly as well. So I was pretty proud of that, but I've made a bit of a mess of it intentionally. I made an intentional mess and I've dug out all the way around the outside here. So I've left these little gaps up to the ceiling just in case we need to jump up and down, and also lets a whole load of light in, which means we won't be plunged into darkness while we go and build underneath here. So yeah, I explained kind of the main way the game is going to be played. So I don't explain that again in this episode because hopefully you saw the last episode so you have a decent idea. It's a little bit of a confusing game to explain, I guess, but hopefully it won't be confusing to play. And the reason it won't be confusing is because it will keep track of whose turn it is. So what we're going to do today is do a system so that it's going to light up and also set up a note block when it's this person's turn. So say if it's the green person's go, these lights will be on, and then it will go and switch to be the yellow person's side, and then I think blue on the other side, and then orange. And yeah, I'm going to do that system here. And there's also going to be another system where you can pull a lever which will then make it skip that person's go. And so the way we are going to be doing this is by using Minecart Track. So, good place to start might be to make some minecart tracks. So let me go and make some of these, some minecart tracks down. Oh, where did my crafting table go? Here it is. So let me go and just make some minecart tracks here. And the minecart is going to be just looping around the outside of the minecart tracks. And then it's going to slope downwards and go through a cobweb, which is kind of the most important part of this, because I've done stuff like this before. Like I did it for like my temple trap game, which is actually like really close by. I did it actually, I think I can even show you how I did it for Temple Trap. Sorry, let me take a small diversion. I'm never going to get this game built if I keep getting distracted. I think it was like up here. Like when I was digging this place out, I discovered, yeah, here we go. It's right here. So for Temple Trap, I did like a system where it's timed by minecart. And the way I did it there is I just did loads and loads and loads of minecart tracks just to hope that the minecart goes slow enough. And that way works, and it gives you a lot of control about exactly how long like it's going to last. But it means you have to go and put down loads and loads and loads of minecart tracks. So we're doing kind of the same concept here. But instead of doing like a million minecart tracks, we're going to do a little slope where it goes for a cobweb. And it just turned out to be pretty much the perfect timing that I needed in order for this game to work. So the lever is on like the other side of about, oh, is it there? Let me just go and dig through and make sure I get this this right now, because this is not the time to start making mistakes here. I want to get this all lined up because everything else is going to be linked to here. So there we go. Let's just break a little hole into the game for now, just so we can go back and forth and see what we're doing. So yeah, the lever is here, and then everything needs to be, oh, and actually, oh no, it needs to be one underneath where I was building it actually. So I'm glad I checked that, because the lever is basically going to divert the track. So when you pull it, it's going to switch the track, and then that means, oh, sorry, Polly, I'm sorry. That is why we make sure we do it right straight away before we end up building the entire thing. Luckily, we hadn't, we'd only placed 2 rows of wooden blocks, so it's not the end of the world to have to go and switch them around. So yeah, so you pull down the lever and it makes it so the minecart track is going to switch, which means that it will basically skip out the cobweb section, so it will basically go immediately onto the next one, and you won't have to wait around for ages. So this lever's here. There's going to be a little trail of redstone, which is going to go down here, which is going to be switching the track back and forth. And so straight after here, this is where we're going to have the dip going down. So I need to do kind of a trail leading down to the floor like this. And then there's just going to be detector rails, which is going to be the thing that is actually setting off the redstone. So let me go and start actually throwing in some of these tracks, so then you can kind of start seeing exactly how it's going to be. So this is going to loop around the corner as if it's just come from the line green side over there. It's going to go along here like this, and then this is where it's going to start sloping down. So here we need the detector rails, because this is going to be the thing detecting that the minecart is here, and then it's going to go down here like this, and then it's going to go and slope back up on the other side and kind of carry on where it's going. So if I guess this needs to be a power rail because it's going to be going up now, but if I do it leading up like this, is the minecart going to get stuck, or is it going to be okay? I think that should be, yeah, there we go. I think that looks just about perfect. So then this one is going to keep on making its way up here like this until it gets back up to the same height that we were on before. And then it's going to loop around the corner just like that one did there and kind of be set up for the next one. So we can have quite a lot of power rails for this bit here, because we want it to go pretty fast for that section there, because we basically, as soon as that light goes off, we want it to go to the next one. But there we go. You can see the loop kind of going around the outside here and see how it's all going to link up. The only thing I need to do is make a lever to switch on the power rail. Otherwise, it's just going to stop the minecart dead in its tracks, which isn't what we want to happen. So all I need to do now is go and place in a cobweb, which is going to be here. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, there we go. It is there. It is there. I wasn't sure when I was placing it down, but I am sure now. And oh, where did my crafting table go? I put a crafting table down. Oh, I'll take another one on me. I'm going to need a lot of crafting tables today, so let's spread them around all over the place, just so we always have one at hand. There we go. Let's just put this down here. And oh, why did I put one down? What do I need it for? A minecart. There we go. I need a minecart. I got a minecart track. Of course I need a minecart. So yeah, this minecart is going to go and make its way down like that, and you'll see it will fall really, really slowly through the cobweb. But it kind of just worked out that it's basically the right amount of time for you to be able to kind of have your go in the game, have enough time to think, put down the 3 pistons and slide around the carpet and stuff. But yeah, it doesn't take too long. So it kind of just works out pretty perfectly. But you could, of course, add more cobwebs or add more track on the other side if you do need more exact timing. But yeah, this seemed to work out pretty good kind of for now. So that's going to go down like that. So all we need to do now is make it so that there's actual redstone going up from these detector rails, because at the moment this is doing literally nothing. So there's going to be a bunch of redstone kind of going off from these detector rails like that. As you can see, they're lit up. We can just go and link them up and buy minecart. See you in a little bit. See once you make your way around. And then this redstone is just going to go and link up with these redstone lamps. So we can put a block on the redstone lamp, which means if redstone gets sent to that block, it's going to go and set it off. So we can do the redstone kind of coming down here like that. And then this bit doesn't even need to be tidy, really. This can kind of just be however. It doesn't really matter if it's a bit messy. The only thing I need to be really careful with is that I don't link up this redstone to this redstone here, because this is going to be the thing diverting the track, and it's just kind of a completely separate part of the redstone, and we don't want it to end up getting linked up. So tell you what, I can put this block 1 down here like that, and that should all link up fine. And then what we can do is, it's a little bit laborious, but we can just kind of link this redstone going underneath, and then this will go back up on the other side, and then we can do this one linking up to that one there. So if that one goes there like that, I can have this block down there like that, and there we go, that one there like that. So now if I just go and place all of the redstone down where they need to be, I believe that when the minecart, if it does make its way back round, goes on these. Oh no! Oh no, I knew this was going to happen. I'm in the cobweb. I need to try and jump around it if I can. Can you send it? Where's the minecart, Polly? Can you send the minecart round? It's probably stuck somewhere. Oh yeah, the track isn't completely completely done yet. Let me go see if I can find where the minecart ended up. The track probably ended just around that corner there, to be fair. So there we go. Here's where the minecart is. So now, if I drop this down, it should, fingers crossed, if the redstone's all working, and I believe it is, it should go and do exactly what we want it to do and set off both the redstone lamps, saying that it's going to be the yellow person's go. So let me just go and pile up. Oh, hello, Benji. Benji's just there, being very well behaved and just going behind me. So far, he's been getting out of my way, so I haven't decided to sit him down yet. So there we go. That goes in there. Oh, I kind of saw them light up already. There we go. Both of those redstone lamps are lit up, and then they would go out once the minecart has gone past it. But for now, let's go and grab it so we don't end up losing it again, because we also need to add, I was going to add note blocks in as well. I was going to add some note blocks in. So let's go and make some note blocks. They're super easy to make as long as you can remember where you make them. Where'd you make note blocks? That's one of the things I never make. Oh, there we go. Here's some note blocks. Let's just go and make, okay, I can only make 2 of them for now. So let's go make 2 of these. That's all I needed for this side anyway. And we can just kind of place these anyway. We can place them there and the same place on the other side. Whoop, try and jump past the cobweb. Oh, actually kind of made it easier for me. I landed in the cobweb and it meant it was easier for me to place it. So this means that the, I guess I just should test it to make sure. But this should make it so that it sets off the note blocks when the minecart goes through, I believe. There we go. You heard the little ding noise. And what I can actually do is play around with the notes. So that one could be the default one. Then we could do some lower or some higher. And then that way, you could know when you hear the high pitch ding, then that means it's your go. And then that's just another way to easily work out whose go it is without having to see the redstone lamp. So this part is now completely working. So if we did this same thing on each side, we would be able to completely play the game properly. The only problem would be is that, say if I'm on the yellow team and I've lost all of my carpet and I'm out the game, the minecart would still spend ages getting past that cobweb and be really slow and boring, and everyone would just spend ages waiting around even though it's not their go. So what we need to have happen is make it so that when someone pulls this lever, it will skip this whole section here and do something different, basically go on a different track. So what I'm going to do here on top of where this dirt is basically just do a whole separate minecart track, which is going to completely ignore all of the cobwebs and just loop around and then just link kind of back up on the corner over here. So it just needs to go out like this and then all the way along here like this. And we'll do this as power rails as well, because we want this to go as fast as possible, because this is like the case where you want it to kind of skip everything. So this one, we want it to go as fast as possible. The only thing that's a bit tricky is minecart tracks are just a pain. In general, minecart tracks are a pain because, like, you can use redstone to make it switch which direction it's facing, but it's different depending on whether it's like north, east, south, or west, and it just gets a bit confusing. So this part's fine. This minecart would go and link up perfectly, so don't need to worry about that. But sometimes you can leave the redstone as it is, and sometimes you need to kind of switch it around with a redstone torch. But let's just see which way we're facing here. So let's say it's like this and the lever's not pulled down. That means it's going to loop around that way. And then if I pull it down, I think this is right. Okay, I think this has ended up fine. So if it's pulled down like this, then that means that the minecart is, I can kind of demonstrate, it will keep just going straight ahead the way it would do, like that. Easy peasy. We heard the little ding going off there as well. But if the redstone lamp is pulled up like this, or I guess not pulled down, then you're going to see that it's going to switch tracks, and it's going to go around the outside and loop around there. And I realized that I forgot to put down the power rails, but let's go and change this to power rails, and then it would go and just skip the whole section, and it would take like literally a second to get around this track rather than, I don't know, it's probably about 30 seconds or so I reckon it takes to go through the cobwebs otherwise. Either way, it will be a much quicker looping around the outside rather than going through there. So that's the easy way of doing it. So I will have to show you the harder way, because it's kind of a bit of an annoying thing to have to deal with if you don't know what you're doing. But sometimes you might have to go and add down a redstone torch instead, basically just to do it so it's the opposite. So when the lights would be off, they would be on, and then vice versa. I will show you, because that might be a little bit confusing. But while I've been doing that, look at Polly. Polly's just been going crazy. Like, I've been spending all this time doing one single side, and then she's just done, like, all of the other side. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And she's even starting to add some of the redstone bits in. So that's the important part that we need to do now, is kind of link up this with the actual redstone section. So let me just go and once again break a bit of a hole through this wall here, just to make sure that this is all lined up with the lever, because this one should be the opposite of what the last one was for where it needs to go. So let me go through here and just maybe switch okay, so the lever's there, so the trail would go out here like this. So for this one, all we need to do is break away this block here. Be really careful, Benji. You're kind of scaring me a little bit jumping around here. It should be safe. Is this place puppy safe? I think this place is puppy safe. So yeah, basically you would have a redstone lamp there, and then on the other side here, we just have a bit of redstone, and then this section here would be linked up in the exact same way. So if I go and grab yeah, let's go grab these planks. I'm going to need to make a few more of these. And then let's do the loopy bit. And then that way it should work. Because I could kind of, if you want, demonstrate what would happen if I didn't have the redstone lamp there. Basically, it would mean that, I can't remember which way it goes, whether it always sends it down or always sends it around the corner. But basically, it would make it so that it's not actually switching. No matter whether it's switched on or off, it kind of ends up going the same way anyway, which is definitely not what we want to have happen. So let's go and link up all of this around here. Benji, I was saying about how good you've been not getting in my way, and now literally there's a 1 block wide track that I'm trying to walk around, and you're standing right in the middle of it. Luckily I can kind of jump into this little cave here. This is the I can't remember the name of the game. The string one. This is the game you got to find string. I think it's literally called Find the String or something. So this is the redstone for that underneath the ground here, in case you were curious. I always like finding like little bits of leftover redstone from other mini games and stuff. So first things first, let's see whether this is working the way that it should be. So if it's switched up, then it goes around the corner like that. And then if it's switched down, yep, it would keep going straight in the right way. So this is working exactly how we want it to work. But if I did it with just redstone as I did it on the other side, so this is literally exactly the same as it was on the other side. So now if it's switched down, it would go around the corner. And if it's switched up, it would, oh no, I think it is working, but it would just be like the opposite, if that makes sense. So when it would be switched up, it would be down and then the other way around. So basically, to make it so they all do the same thing and go the same way, you need to do it with the redstone torch like this. And then they will all be lined up properly. But then the one on that side, I'd need to use normal redstone. And then the one on that side, I'd need to use a redstone torch as well. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it. All you need to know is that it will work. So, right then, what I need to do now is I need to go and start adding in some of the more of the note blocks. So let's go and make some more of these wooden planks. Luckily, I had a whole bunch of these on me because I've needed to use absolutely loads of them, and I've already forgotten where note blocks are. Here we go. Here they are here. So let's just go and make a bunch of these because we can do a few of the other sides as well. I can't believe how much we've got done today. Like, I honestly thought this was going to be a case of me getting one of the sides done and then maybe kind of starting showing one of the other sides. But while I've been blabbering on and doing everything that I've been doing, Polly has just been putting her antlers down and just going crazy, just getting like them all pretty much done on all of the sides around the outside. So we haven't got the little diversion tracks ready on all of the different sides yet. But apart from like the actual main track, like the bit that you need to actually just play the game, that seems to all be working. So I wonder if the track is all entirely linked up, because if we get it so it's not going on the outside area, I could maybe do a little bit of a test and kind of show you what it would be like when you're inside of the game. So this one needs to be pulled down like this here. Then let's go and grab the minecart and let's just kind of throw it down. Let's do it so I'll do it down here so it's going down into the cobwebs. So I think you should need to be really careful of is make sure that it keeps going down beyond the detector rails, because even if you have a power rail there but it's going straight, it will stop just after the cobweb because it has like literally no momentum. So make sure you go kind of one block lower than it might, you know, look like you need to do. But yeah, now I'm on the inside here. Let's just go and block off these areas just so it doesn't look so ugly with all of these giant holes everywhere. No, I think I've lost some lime green wall at some point, so there's going to be a bit of a hole there, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, this will demonstrate what it's like when you're playing. So you'll see that all of these lights are on here. This would mean that it's the yellow person's go, and they'd be placing down their carpet or kind of sliding it around with the pistons. But then in a few seconds, these lights will turn off, and assuming there's enough redstone in the game that we've put in so far, these lights should go next. And there we go. So now this would here be saying that it's the blue person's go. So really, all this is doing is keeping track of whose turn it is, and also giving them a time limit as well. Like, it just basically means that you have to have your go quick, because once those lights go off and it goes to the other person's side, then you are going to be out of time. And I know right now it might seem like those lights stay on for quite a long time, but when you're here rushing to put down pistons and trying to make sure that your thing doesn't get destroyed and kind of working out the best move, the pressure of it is just going to make it feel like it goes way much quicker, and you actually kind of have literally just about enough time to be able to make 3 good moves on your go. So right then, all we need to do then is finish off the rest of the little diversion tracks and make sure it's all 100% working before we go into the next video to have the tournament. But you know what? We have just seen it pretty much working absolutely perfect the way it is now. It's just these lever bits that we need to kind of work out to make sure that's all working. So what we can do in the next episode, we will come back down here. We'll clean up all of this mess, make sure it's all working, and then we can go and have a push pit tournament to see who's going to be the best at this brand new mini game. But for now, I want to say a huge thank you to Polly for being such an amazing help. Where are you, Polly? I know you're down there somewhere. Hello, Polly. I'm right above you. I was literally directly above your head. Okay, not that directly above your head. I'm not flying. I'm not a bird. Thank you so much for all of your help, Polly. And thank you to Benji for being such a good companion as well. And of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!